could have been not bitter, but I could have been irritated that my man is always talking to the mother of his kids. Like I could have gone
You think
so.
always? I don't think we talk that much.
Y'all used to talk a lot, but it
I
wasn't ever positive communication. But it was still communication. Shit, it was a
That is
communication.
funny. I truly don't feel like I talk, and I don't feel like I talk to him a lot then or now. And like the guys that I used to date used to be like, "You talk to your baby daddy like a dog."
Some of us came from Coachella Academy. Some people are stand up in lines. Some people are sitting cry.
Yeah. What's happening? This one is like she don't remember how bad she was. Um, for all of you like bitter baby mamas, you know what, and baby daddies. Um, I don't know what this is. I think it's BS most of the time. Be perfectly honest, but this idea that you can be out of your mind. You had a kid with somebody, y'all didn't work out in the relationship, and now you just you know now you got the composure of a honey badger, right? And talk on the phone, and you meet somebody, and everything is disrespectful. Everything is negative. And as the kids get older, what happens normally is you just separate from talking. Like I'm done because this is not gonna go well. But some of y'all have got so accustomed to talking bad to people that you don't know how to have a conversation without talking bad to a person. And everybody around you can know how you acted. Like, you didn't ruin conversations, you didn't ruin events, you didn't ruin um memorable moments. You've ruined a lot with your bad attitude and temper. And like the woman who was talking, like, I don't remember. They told me I used to do this. Like, you used to do that. You've ruined, but people have ruined all of those moments. And then, once let's just say the court part of child rearing is over with, then it's just all of a sudden, I don't remember none of the stuff I was doing. That was a long, long time ago. I don't even know why I was acting like that. Right. And that's why people can't be cool, even when the kids become adults, because it's like, nah, you spend way too much time talking crazy. Some of y'all done gotten whole relationships out of spite. You know, you didn't try to replace, the father of your child with a boyfriend, or you know, up to a husband, and most of the time the relationship didn't work out, and you did it multiple times, and you was a fool. You was acting a fool the whole time. Uh oh. So then you have this other part of it, and I don't know why. Like, when it's over, and I've seen this a time or two, and I've seen this even before I had, you know, before the situation with my child and child's mother and the child support stuff was over. I've seen this a few times where you've been bitter and mean so many years, and it spilled over into so much of your life and so many of your relationships, um, that when it's all over and you don't remember why, because you don't have because a lot of people, in my opinion, y'all don't have a rhyme or reason of why y'all was acting crazy. A lot of times it was, you know, um, the child aspect was used as a power position, and you just was abusing your power, and then when it ended, it was over with. But the amount of things that were done, and the amount of bridges that were burned, and the amount of people that you involved in your shenanigans and they got left out to dry, Like when it's over with and you look around, nobody's around you. Everybody's like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm moving on. I'm away from you. I'm gone. And it's like, man, where's all my family? Where's all my friends? And you basically burned out everybody that knew you in your support system. And I've seen how family was on your side so much, and you was acting a fool and acting a fool and acting a fool. And it's not it's not just the disrespect and being a jerk all the time that gets people. I've noticed what really turns people off is when the other person just chills out and just like, okay, look, whatever. I'm not even gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna do that. And that person just keeps pushing and keeps pushing and keeps. Then it's like, no, because they get a lot of times they give mothers grace. Oh, he did this to her and he hurt her and she went through this and she's doing this. And then, you know, year goes by, she's still on it. 2 years go by, she's still on it. 3 years go by, she's still on it. 4 years go by, she's still on it. And then people start going, no, no, she just out of pocket. No, she just, no, she wrong. And the anger the anger is toxic, and sometimes it spills into the kids because if you can't take that anger out on your baby daddy, and you take it and you can't, and the family and friends are tired of listening to it because it just gets old, and then you take it out on the kids, and then the kids are like, that's where you got that old thing when the kids be like, I see why dad left. I see why, because they couldn't shut off the let's just say the toxic behavior. And then if you can't shut off the behavior, your kids could have kids, and while you're trying to be a grandparent, you're still in that, do as I say, not as I do. I could do what I want. I can check everybody about anything, and it's like then you wind up being a grandparent who don't nobody want to mess with. So for me, I mean, and people got to like, and some of y'all have seen that where um, you have fallen outs with people, and I've seen that you have fallen outs with people, or y'all just went y'all separate ways, and then just life and happenstance brings y'all back together, and you might have a conversation. So man, why we haven't been in touch and this, that, and third, and then they say, listen, man, for me, when you did X, Y, Z, that was that was just too much, and I was kind of done with it. And people are like, I did what? Because people like to play stupid. People do like to play stupid. I don't remember. It's like, you know what? You ain't got, because everything that you don't remember that you did that was out of pocket, the other people that had to deal with it, they do remember. So just just shaking your head and going, I don't know, that ain't gonna save you. That is not gonna save you whatsoever. But well, also, if going back to ruining relationships, a lot of y'all um ruin y'all relationships by being so negative and being so disrespectful that when you're in a relationship with another person, they're like, at first it's like, I guess they did you so dirty, they just gotta face your wrath now. And then then the person is like, no, but if something happened and we just had a disagreement with, is this how wild you'll get, this how left you'll go, this how disrespectful you'll be? And the answer is usually yes, because it's usually not about the situation with the kid. It's just usually about the situation where it's a free pass to 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 have a tantrum. And not to mention, if you in a situation where, you know, say the dad ain't really disrespectful, then the boyfriend got to go, I don't see it. And it's like, yeah, you're not gonna see it, but you're not gonna see it with me, but you're gonna see it with her because you with her. Don't worry, you gonna be the next target. And guys start, peeping out little stuff, and they start, reading the writing that's on the wall, and then it's like, oh, yeah, let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. And some people have to go through a long period by themselves and be with themselves to go, oh shit, now I see why, you know, people don't want to be around me, because if they can't talk to anybody else, they gonna bring all that toxic stuff to themselves until they shut themselves up. Like, okay, that's enough of that. And then it's like, oh, okay, this is what I was doing. This is what I was putting out in the world. And for some people, that takes a lifetime. But my time is up talking about this. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.